You're welcome back to the news beat. Let's give you some more stories now. If you thought that conversation surrounding the dialysis treatment in the country is ending anytime soon, then we're sorry. There's a sudden surge in its cost from 380 Ghana cedis to 491 cedis that has placed the treatment out of reach for many patients. The following desk has the report.
Hundreds of patients are left with no choice than to skip their life-saving treatments due to the current increase in cost of dialysis treatment. Patients lamented when the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital's renal dialysis unit on Wednesday, September 27, 2023, announced an increment from 380 cedis to 765 cedis 42 pesos per dialysis session. The hospital attributed the price increment to the removal of tax exemptions on consumables. The Minority Caucus in Parliament, however, described the increment as illegal and outrageous and called on the hospital to immediately reverse the increase. Following the outcry by the minority and the public, the price hike was reversed. In May 2023, the renal dialysis unit of the hospital was shut down due to a delay in delivery of some consumables and an outstanding 4 million cedis debt, leading to the death of 14 outpatients. The unit was later opened on November 6, 2023, subsequent to engagement with the former Minister of Health, Kweku Agyeman Menu. The sudden hike in the cost of dialysis has rendered treatment unaffordable for the overburdened patients.
Let's go on to the phone lines and speak with the ranking member on the Health Committee of Parliament, Kwabena Akando, for some more on this. Honourable Member, thank you so much for your time. You're welcome to Newsbeat. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So we've actually listened to some of the patients. We've had media reports following up on what's happening at the renal unit. And some of the patients also saying that they are unable to pay with the current increase in the cost of the dialysis. Has this come to the committee, and what exactly are we doing about it?
It came to me as a shock really yesterday that the fee for dialysis services has been increased. We were talking about even reduction of the price or the complete absorption by government. That was the conversation actually. So if you could recall, right from the initial stages where we had to go to the hospital, we made statements on the floor of the House, the President came in to promise, and Siansari also came in. If you remember, the former Minister for Health also came in. So the conversation was around interventions, not actually an increment of the fee. And so after all said and done, I engaged the chairman on the Subsidiary Legislation Committee, in this case is Honorable Ayeni, that anytime something of that nature is brought to the committee, this is our position. And Honorable Ayeni agreed with me. And after the meeting, he got back to me and said, look, this is what we have said. In fact, he never agreed on any upward adjustment of the fees. They clearly told them to even go and waive the taxes and the duties on the reagents and not to actually increase the fee.
Dialysis.
Yes, and so I am scandalized. I am really shocked
I recall when the earlier proposal went viral, Korle Bu came to deny and explained actually where Parliament also took it up and said any increments should come to Parliament for approval, not so?
Exactly. So that was the initial stages when they started charging, and we came in to say, no, we haven't seen anything of that nature. And they then told us that that actually was on its way to Parliament. So that is where I engaged. In fact, under normal circumstances, this should have come to the Health Committee first before going to the Subsidiary Legislation Committee. But in this case, it never came to the Health Committee. It went straight to the Subsidiary Legislation Committee. But I had already had interactions with the chairman. And after the committee sat on it, the chairman also got back to me and said, this is what we have said. And so yesterday when the cost started coming, I called the chairman and he reaffirmed what he told me earlier, that at the committee, they never agreed increasing the fee. So I actually, in all these, Annie, I'm surprised. And you see, government must show some level of sensitivity. They must be a bit responsible. We know they are irresponsible, but at least this has to do with the health, the life of people, And you see, there are misleading headlines. Parliament has approved. You see, it's as though Parliament has gone to the institutions to determine how much they should charge. But that is not the case. These charges or proposals emanate from the executive. So if you decide not to bring any proposal, there will be nothing to approve or otherwise. And so if the government is so minded to bring any sort of interventions, they will first and foremost not bring the proposal. So assuming without admitting that Parliament has even approved something of that nature, who brought the proposal? And that government must ensure quality healthcare for all.
What happened to the 2 million cedis emergency fund government said it has set aside? I mean,
they never said anything. They never said anything. Annie, the truth of the matter was that they were only making noise. It was
said, but it was not done.
I'm coming. So when they started that conversation, then they brought the 2024 formula, National Health Insurance formula. We combed through the formula. There was absolutely no mention of national health dialysis services. Then we, at the committee level, insisted that some amount must be ring-fenced.
You have just 1 minute remaining.
Adam, can you hear me? Okay, we lost him, but we'll see the next of line from the Health Committee in Parliament. Let's see if